This podcast outlines details relevant to the subject and the individual assessment items needed to be completed throughout the semester. This subject aims to provide an overview of the event experience by introducing a range of strategic and operational perspectives. This subject contains both an online component and a 2-hour seminar. Each week involves a new topic including event characteristics and types of events, strategic management, meanings and commemorative events, tourism, logistics, project management, volunteers, community events, business events, and sustainability. This subject is governed by university policy, procedures, and guidelines. Extensions for the written assessment can only be granted by the subject coordinator. Students must seek approval prior to the assessment due date. Late assessments after this date without an extension will incur a penalty. Special consideration is only granted under exceptional circumstances. Students must submit their application via the university website. Final decisions are made by the applicable committee and not your lecturer. Be aware that academic plagiarism involves the reproduction of someone else's words, ideas, or findings and presenting them as your own without proper acknowledgement. The best way to avoid this is to reference all your written work where you have used any external sources, including textbooks, journal articles, and websites. This subject is supported by the Learning Management System. All the recorded podcasts are available online and can be opened on a weekly basis. If students need additional assistance with the written assessment, please see the Student Learning Unit. You can also see the lecturer if you have any questions. Students are expected to attend the weekly seminars. Attendance is worth 5% of the total mark and is assessed throughout the semester. Any absence due to illness needs to be supported with written documentation. Students are expected to be actively involved in the class activities conducted during the 2-hour seminar. Participation is worth 10% of the total mark and is assessed throughout the semester. The minor report is due in week 4 of semester and is worth 10% of the total mark. This assessment task requires students to address the assigned topic statement. Students will need to write their response using a report format. Students will need to submit this via Turnitin by the due date. The in-class presentations are held in weeks 4 to 7 and weeks 9 to 11. The presentation is worth 15% of the total mark. Students will be organised into separate groups in the second week of semester. Each group will be assigned a topic with the presentation to be 10 to 15 minutes in duration. The major essay is due in week 9 of semester and is worth 20% of the total mark. This assessment task requires students to address their choice of topic statement. Students will need to respond by writing an essay and submit via Turnitin by the due date. The final exam will be scheduled during the official exam period and is worth 40% of the total mark. Students are required to be available every day during the exam period and should not book any trips away on holiday until the exam period has finished. The relevant exam dates are normally released just prior to the mid-semester break.